Bang. What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to another episode of Crew Talk Sports. This is episode 86, October 3rd. It's Fridays, fellas. Dante, what's going on? As always, pleasure having you. Special guest today, Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Kev, we got Kevin up from Seattle, man. Big Birds fan. You know how we do. We got to bring on the enemy before the battle. Kev, thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate having you. What's going on besides your stinky Eagles for Sunday, man? You doing all right?
Not much. I heard this was a Russell Wilson fan club podcast, so I'm here for it. And excited to talk some football with you guys.
Hell yeah, man. Did you guys catch that game yesterday, by the way, dude? Kev, you say you don't like the Rams. You don't really like the 49ers either. Did you love just seeing them? Dude, first off, was Mac Jones, is he a dog, by the way?
Absolute dog. Dog. Was he puking yesterday? I missed that part with the whole bananas. I think towards the end there, that last drive, it literally looked like he was throwing up on the sideline, but I didn't catch it early in the game of what his deal was.
I didn't see if he was puking. I saw that he basically broke his leg, I think at least 3 times, and then his pants were falling off. He wears a knee brace, comes back out there. What does that say about Dante, your boy Nick Martinez? You know, that's where he plays, the San Francisco, the Nebraska kid. What does that say about that bum? Like, dude, you're so fucking bad. We need to put one-legged Mac Jones in there before we can have you in there, dude. It's just
Mac Jones, though. He's got that dog in him. And I even said this offseason, I like the 49ers more with Mac Jones than I do with Brock Purdy. None of us were high on Brock Purdy, so good for Mac Jones. And he looked good in Jacksonville last year too, so this isn't that surprising for me.
I think the Mac Jones thing was interesting. You know, I saw Dan Orvalowski, that dickhead on ESPN. You know who I'm talking about? The Lions guy who ran in the back of the end zone when they were like 0-1,000,000. He had apparently said at one time, like, Mac Jones won't be successful in New England, but if he was with somebody like Kyle Shanahan, and this was like 2-3 years ago when he got drafted, he was like, guarantee you he'd be a winner. And then I was watching it today, and I'm like, God, I hate when this dickhead's right too. I don't like any of those motherfuckers, by the way.
Yeah.
They all pick the Eagles too. That's why I hate them. Anyways.
We were just talking about Fangio before we started this. It makes me just sick every time I talk about Kyle Shanahan, knowing Denver didn't even try to get him.
Because we brought on fucking booger picker Vic Fangio. I got to find that picture.
Oh, that was Vance Joseph. Was that Vance Joseph?
Vance Joseph instead of Shanahan. Yes, I think so. I still blame Fangio, though.
Worse.
Yeah.
Fangio's a lot like Wade Phillips to me, man. Like, great defensive mind, but when he's a head coach, total meltdown. Vance Joseph is like a lot younger, but Fangio's just like that old school, you know. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about the breakdown of our game Sunday, but your defense obviously was the reason why you won the Super Bowl last year. I mean, besides the tush
we
push.
hung 40 points on a top 10 defense. I don't know about
Tush,
that, but yeah,
we
played both on both sides of the ball. But one more thing on Mac Jones, I saw this was Joel Moran on Twitter X. Mac Jones was never bad. He just had Joe Judge and Matt Patricia as his offensive play callers. I thought that was hilarious for Mac Jones. So.
Well, I thought like the overtime drive to me was funny. Throw to McCaffrey, he gets like 12. Throw to Chuchek, he gets like 15. Throw it to McCaffrey, 21 yards. I was like, fuck me, dude. I might be able to fucking do that, dude. McCaffrey, by the way, I saw like the 100 games. I think he's like pretty much up in the top first 100 games. He's above like Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson. The dude's missed like fucking 25 games too, at least.
Yeah.
The dude's special, bro. Definitely a Colorado kid.
Absolutely.
Hate the fact that we never get these Colorado boys, bro. It pisses me fucking off. We always get Iowa corners. You know about Cooper DeJean. He played with Riley Moss, by the way.
Go. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Iowa.
Exciting whites.
What'd you guys think of Kyren Williams? Basically, would you guys say losing the game for the Rams or
100%?
Like the fumble? Well, first off, Corum, he doesn't catch the pitch. I don't know if I could totally blame him. That play was blown up from the start, but catch the ball. Second, Kyren Williams fumbles on the goal line. What the fuck? Also, 4th and 1, dude. I mean, you have Puka Nacua, who's basically unguardable. Kev, you know that too. Devontae Adams, I was like, man, don't you kind of – I would rather trust Stafford in that moment. I think Kyren Williams is a stud, but trust Stafford, trust those wide receivers, bro. I mean, you know.
That whole exchange was interesting because, like, San Francisco called a timeout, then LA called a timeout. Just like this jockeying for position type of thing, but yeah, it did not work out.
Sometimes these offensive gurus, dude, I think we see a lot of it with Sean Payton is they just mind fuck it, bro. It's like, oh my God, switcheroo, throw this guy in motion, but wait, he's ineligible. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, it's 4th and 1. Push that shit with Stafford's old ass.
38 years old.
Yeah, 38-year-old. I mean, he looks still pretty good, bro. I will say, I do think the Rams and the Eagles, man, that's pretty much my NFC kind of a showdown. That's why I was asking you, like, if you were rooting for the Rams, because you guys obviously want home field advantage, but I don't think it matters. That division is going to beat the fuck out of each other, dude. Besides the Cardinals, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But let's get into. So we got some NFL breaking news, Kev. We're going to have you a part of this too, man. I wanted to start off. Lamar's out 2 weeks. What's your guys' thoughts? Another bird team, Kev. Ravens, time to hit the panic button. They're 2.5-point home underdogs against the Texans. Texans, number 1 defense in the league statistically against points allowed. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to do with that game personally. Kev, what are your thoughts on Lamar, Ravens, Roquan Smith? Everybody and their mom's fucking hurt over there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. The Ravens, I don't know if it's bad luck or what. Those 2 fumbles. I mean, they're like a few plays from being 3-1. I think their team is good enough to flip the script, but you see all the stats about how it's hard to win in the NFL. It's hard to be that many games behind the 8 ball already. So yeah, This is an interesting game of 2 teams that most people thought could make the AFC Championship to starting out 1-3. Did not see that coming on the bingo card. So yeah, we'll see if Cooper Rush can hold down the fort. I think the offense is going to look a little bit different with him under center.
Dude, the Ravens just got to run the ball every fucking play. I don't care if it's 3rd and 8, dude. Give it to Derrick Henry, man. But dude, here's the thing: if homie fumbles again, it's like, what the fuck do we do now? It's like they're losing their identity of like who they want to be. You know, I think if they go 1-1 in the next 2 games, which is pretty doable. Well, they play the Rams next week. I don't think they'll beat the Rams, but well, maybe. Dante, what are your thoughts on the Ravens, bro?
Yeah, Ravens are in serious trouble. I mean, the Texans are no joke. They've been getting better and better each week. So this is a game they cannot afford to lose many more games and just to expect to win out the rest of the season. So if I'm a Ravens fan, I'm getting really nervous. Lamar at the end of that game last week just looked super checked out. Like he was definitely down.
Man.
And injury, say what you want, but just for general morale, I mean, when you're a team you're used to winning so much, you lose a few games, you're like, whoa, we've never been here. We don't know how to react to this. So the Ravens, we could be seeing their fall, live right before our eyes.
I kind of agree with this here. Is that faux Pat? How would you say that? Faux Pat? Shermer.
Pat?
Like potentially fuck Pat Shermer. Ravens are playoff potential. Coaching will keep them in a decent position. I do agree, bro. Everybody's like, oh, Harbaugh out. Like, bro, he's one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah.
He has been for fucking – and the Ravens aren't really a team that will fire coaches, bro. I think they've had like 3 coaches since I've been alive. So
you think if the Ravens miss the playoffs, Harbaugh's gone?
No, I don't think so at all, man. It's 1 fucking year and injuries, bro. It's like, what do you want me to do, bro? Like the MVP candidate, he was the favorite to an MVP is out. Like if the Bills lost fucking Josh Allen, you can't tell me that they would all, still be 12
I think
and
sometimes there's just something behind, like these coaches just sometimes want to leave and prove that they can do something else, whatever it be. So I wouldn't be surprised, not necessarily like he gets fired because of their record, but if they were both just like, hey, it's been a great run.
Move on.
15 years,
see the Steelers. I could see the Steelers doing that. They keep fucking getting me wrong. Yeah, they keep what if they just swapped? How fucking whack
that'd be crazy. In the AFC North, that'd be wild.
Real quick, Ravens. So these are the 7 people that did not practice. Kyle Hamilton, stud. Roquan Smith, stud. Marlon Humphrey, stud. Chidobe Awuzie. Dante, that's your boy from CU. Yep. Patrick Ricard and Owe, their defensive end. My God. Texans better not fuck this up. However, if there's a team to fuck it up, dude, it would be the Texans. I'm not convinced on them either. Cooper Rush, though, dude, I don't think he was that bad in Dallas, honestly. But that was Dallas with that offensive talent. AKA, give the ball to Derrick Henry. 1970s type of fucking game. Run it. Play decent enough defense. Must start in all leagues. Derrick Henry. What else we got for NFL breaking news, boys? I got a couple running backs that are out. Bucky Irving. Fucking fantasy god, which by the way, he hurt himself and then he's kept playing. Love that type of shit. Also, my boy Chuba Hubbard. We were talking about the Panthers, dude. Fuck me. I have to slide in Dobbins there, so I'm covered in fantasy, but he's out. You guys see any other injuries here? I wanted to talk about a couple other teams.
Brock Bowers, second straight day he didn't practice. He's pretty
Ooh.
questionable this weekend. JJ McCarthy is out again. And then Jaden Daniels is back. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah, Jalen Williams. Yeah, he's back. That's an interesting game because they're actually 2.5-point dogs against the Chargers, and I need the Chargers to lose. Kev, need it as bad as the Broncos need to win. Oh, it looks like fantasy injuries are brutal this year, boys. Yeah, this is coming from a huge Cowboy and CeeDee Lamb fan. So yeah, Ev, we know. Now trade me a wide receiver, you son of a bitch. I sent Ev a fantasy trade. And he just didn't even send me a counter, so Ev's on the shit list, bro. I can't even talk to him.
I had somebody do that in a dynasty league. They sent me, it was like Caleb Johnson and a first-round pick for, or 2 seconds for like Quentin Johnston. I was like, I don't really feel like trading for Caleb Johnson right now, so I just didn't even respond to him. But
speaking of Ev's Cowboys too, I don't know if you saw this funny story that Jadon Blue, he was supposed to actually maybe play this week. And now he's back on the injury report because he got blisters from his Louis Vuitton Nikes.
Yeah,
so I had to break out the new Nikes.
He's looking fly on that practice squad.
Now he's on the injury report. Hasn't played it down a snap all year. Gets his shot. Never mind.
We got some Dallas. Shout out to the Tired Sports Network, man. We got some Dallas fans, and they were just totally trying to convince me that Jaden Blue was going to be a stud. And I'm like, I don't think so, man. I think you guys signed Javonte and Miles Sanders for a reason. Yeah. Is it Miles Sanders? Yeah, that turd over there too. Javonte's just all of a sudden dominating the fucking league, bro.
Yeah.
Of course. Fuck him too. I know I don't like him as much as you do, Kev. He's a part of the Cowboys shit show now. Yeah, other than that, injuries are definitely brutal out here, boys. It's almost like you just got to weather the storm, man. You really do. Like, it's shitty, but, you know, look at the Falcons, look at the 49ers, but also, my God, they were able to somehow sneak that game, dude. The Rams got to be disgusted. Yeah, real quick about the Vikings, dude. How much of an asshole do they feel like for not bringing back Darnold, man? I mean, if Darnold sneaks in and wins that division, like, you know, McCarthy – he looked good the first game. I didn't watch the second game when he got hurt. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's too up in the air, right? You can't say anything. What do you think, Kev?
I think they would have had I don't know. They should have probably paid him in hindsight, but you get the first-round draft pick. Again, we were talking offensive gurus before the show. They just overthink it sometimes. KOC can win with Josh Dobbs. He's probably like, all right, I can get this done with J.J. McCarthy, but yeah, I think Darnold might have been the continuity. But again, would he have taken the 3-year, $100 million with the Vikings, or did he want, you know, big boy money with the Vikings? I don't know. You think he would have taken a discount to stay in that system? But it is what it is.
Well, you're also throwing to some fucking studs, you know. Obviously, and Jigba's turning out to be a superstar, but you know it's still early. It's been 4 weeks, right? But
well, and part of it's the formula these NFL teams have come up with, where if you can get that rookie QB deal, so the Vikings have a ton of talent, but that's because they can afford to do that because they got a rookie QB. I mean, if you go and pay Sam Darnold, then you're taking some weapons away possibly, or some of that defense, and then is he the same guy there too? So it's hard to say, but
yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because that's one game on the fucking weekly calendar that I might just have to totally not watch. The Browns and Vikings, my God, that's going to be some doo-doo football. Sorry, London. That is fucking horrible. That's a horrible example of like, hey, the NFL, check this out. Are the Birds on upset alert this Sunday versus Denver? Yeah.
No chance.
Hell yeah, Cassidy. You fucking know, bro. You know it.
Is that Fanatic Dak's burner account or what is that?
Yeah, shout out to my boy Fanatic Dak, dude. He's all fired up.
We got him coming out the woodworks.
Oh,
yeah. Let's get into some of these fucking games on Sunday, man. So obviously, let's just break it down, Kev. I'm not gonna hold you any longer than you need to be on. Plus, you might get me fired up. I might have to hit the mute and kick out button. What are the keys to success for your team? I want to kind of start this off by saying, like, first off, obviously Super Bowl champs. We're going into Philly. 4-point Vegas favorites right now. So I think Vegas is kind of disrespectful. And honestly, in my Trillo Bets opinion, I got this closer to like 6.5. I think that's more of an accurate number. You guys are squeaking out these close games. I told you before we pressed live, I thought you guys lost to the Rams in multiple ways. It was just kind of a weird way. Broncos also, dude, I've been saying this for a couple years. We're kind of allergic to winning. So like if there's going to be some team that fucks it up, it's not going to be the Super Bowl champs. It'll be, the Broncos. But what's your thoughts initially? Try not to dog on my team too much, but like keys to success for you guys against our defense that I bet, I bet you got to respect that a little bit. What do you got?
I just think the Eagles can win, and they've already shown it in so many different ways that I don't know how the game's going to go, but I'm confident that the Birds are going to get a win. I like the fact that it's a 10 a.m. game. You guys are cross country on a short week. I think that favors the home team.
For sure.
But that defense is legit, and there's been some sloppy play for Philadelphia. But yeah, I like our chances. But again, I expect a tough defensive battle. Not a ton of points in this game. I think both defenses are going to have their way a little bit. So Eagles offense is looking a little rusty. We're having trouble running the ball.
Yeah, what's up with that? Is it because of your offensive line, or is it just you guys are trying to throw it, or just different
No, I think Mekhi Becton going to the Chargers. He was solid at right guard. And then we've had like Landon Dickerson hurt himself before the season. Lane Johnson's been in and out of the lineup every single week.
Yeah.
So that continuity is huge. And I think some of the teams, the Rams, we were probably too stubbornly trying to run the exact same plays that they gashed them with last year and said, you know what, we're just going to keep running it down your throat.
With Saquon.
They were ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have too many weapons to just get so one-sided where it's like, but again, then they're like, oh, let's feed just A.J. Brown for the next 10 minutes. So I think they just have to spread it around, let Jalen do what Jalen does, and it's gonna work out pretty good.
Do that whack-ass tush-push shit. I swear to God, if the game comes down to like 3 4th and 1s, I'm going to be so pissed,
Let's
man.
Go. Last week they were running the fakes off of it last week, but I think that was specifically because of the Rams. They knew or not the Rams.
It was who was it? The Chiefs.
No, the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers.
The Bucs,
the Buccaneers are like Vita Vea has been one of the few players that's actually been able to stop it in the past. And so I think against the Rams, against the Bucs, they knew they had to throw some wrinkles in there. So we'll see how Denver does.
There was a couple other podcasts so I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago where they said, like the national media is getting involved now, like, oh, that shit should be illegal, and then it was like, well, like, stop it, it's just a fucking very easy play. But I was kind of on the verge of like, it's kind of shitty in terms of like, it's not that fun to watch, but it's fucking effective. Why do you got to make a rule to stop it? But I said that you guys are going to develop like wrinkles out of it to where if you guys do play a team that stops it, at least knowing that, like you guys could run some fucking fake reverse shit out of there, some Detroit Lions shenanigans. I wouldn't put that past you guys this Sunday, beating our slow ass boy Singleton. You know about him. Ev, real quick, Broncos historically play like shit when playing across the country at 11 a.m. Hide that. Thanks, Ev. Thanks, bro. Who are you rooting for, by the way, bro?
I know Ev just put a Go Birds on the end of that too while you're at it, man. That's nice.
Yeah, Ev was rooting for you guys in the Super Bowl because we obviously Broncos. We hate the Chiefs, bro. So watching Mahomes just cry like a little whiny bitch, man. Love to see it, dude. You're a big Chiefs fan, though, aren't you? In the AFC,
Dante?
No, Kev.
Yeah, you know I don't like the Chiefs. I was actually at the Super Bowl that we lost to the Chiefs. That was terrible, man. That was so. Talk about ticky-tack plays, the leverage thing. It's like if you're going to call something, call it consistent throughout the game. So I'm still salty about that Super Bowl. And yes, he did the little hip thing that the corners do. But if you're not going to call it the entire game, then don't, when the game's on the line, make a call like that. So if you're not going to call leverage consistently, then don't call it, So that's all we want as fans is some consistency.
We're still not over the word leverage, bro. It's actually on the do not say list in the household. We don't say it for any fucking reason. Yep. And see you later. Yeah, no, we don't say that fucking word leverage. I was like sitting there watching it with my old man. I'm like, they're just making up shit, Dad. He's like, what the fuck is leverage? I'm like, this fucking stupid, man. Yeah, that was shitty. Dante, terrible. What are your thoughts on the game, bro, before I go into shred season on Kevin here?
Yeah, real quick, Kevin, I wanted to ask you, what are Eagles fans' kind of opinion on the Broncos? Like, is this a game they feel like they should easily win, or I know this offseason Denver got some hype by some of the NFL Network and media like that, but I don't know if teams actually think of Denver as like an elite team like they do the Eagles.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking up how many points you guys have scored each week. I've been kind of disappointed in the offense for the Broncos. I thought if your offense does anything half decent, you're going to be in some games and able to compete at the highest level with that defense. So 20 points, 28, 20, 28. So, I mean, they're putting up points. You'd like to see the offense. I think it hasn't been humming in year 2. Bo Nix, Sean Payton. I think I was thinking the Broncos could sneak and win the AFC West this year. It's not, but they're in a good spot, 2-2. Chiefs are struggling. The division looks winnable, so I think you're right there. But yeah, I think you're gonna eat that dub this week, or eat that dub. You're gonna eat that loss this week. There you go.
Yeah. The Eagles have had a pretty tough schedule. I mean, Chiefs, Rams, Bucks all in a row. If they're like, oh, okay, we get a little bit of a break with Denver, because if they have that mindset, that's when Denver can capitalize.
That's going to be toaster strudel for their asses,
as far as Denver's offense stuttering, I think Bo Nix has more passing than Jalen Hurts. J.K. Dobbins has more rushing than Saquon, and Cortland Sutton's got double the Eagles' leading receiver. So
music to my ears.
If Denver's offense is struggling, then we'll see. But we had a Bengals game to pad the stats last week, so
fuck.
Jalen Hurts hasn't lost a game since week 4 of last year that he's played.
What is it? 20 out of 21 games you guys have won somehow?
Yeah, I think it's 20-1. And then freaking Commanders fans are like, oh, we beat him, but he got knocked out in like the first drive of that game.
That was a crazy game, though.
They
I was
barely
at the airport.
beat Kenny Pickett. So.
That's when I figured out Jaden Daniels was him, though, dude. When I watched that game against him. It was like 4th and 15, and like the third quarter, they go for it. He runs it for a touchdown, bro. It was like 4th and 7. You remember that? Good. You know it.
He's good. He's good. I don't know about him, but he's good.
He's fucking nice. He just
Eagles
needs to put on some weight.
Broncos fans both are the same in the fact of like, you guys could be undefeated, and if you lose to the Broncos, someone needs to get fired. And that's how Denver is too, bro.
Man. You got your coach. Your coach flips off his own fans.
Oh yeah,
they flip him off. They're throwing shit at him. You guys are throwing shit at each other, bro. And then booing at halftime. How many times this year have you guys booed at halftime? Dude? At least twice.
At least twice, yeah. At least twice.
You guys are
two champions. At least twice.
The only and they take over Tampa pretty well. I think the only reason they didn't boo there is because we had the lead. So yeah, they'll. And I mean, early this week it was fire Kevin Petula. Offense stinks. AJ Brown's getting traded. Like all the same. They just recycle the same nonsense. It's like AJ's not getting traded.
I wanted to ask
doing
you
just fine. So
I wanted to ask you, Ev's bringing this up too. What? Because we talked about this on Tuesday. Dante, does AJ Brown get traded after the season? What's up? So first off, my thought. I don't know if you heard what I said Tuesday. These prima donna wide receivers get on Trillo Butts' fucking nerve. This is a prima donna. There's like fucking 13 of them, dude. I mean, like, why can't it just be like Amon St. Brown, bro? Like, I'll block on a fucking running back dive, bro. Like, and what's your thoughts on AJ Brown? I'm also set with you. I think Devontae Smith's a fucking stud. I loved him at Alabama too. So, like, is it time to pass the torch and be like, hey, man, like, we don't want this? Or is it like, man, chill out. We're fine. They just need to throw something at us and hopefully, What are your thoughts on AJ?
It's certainly interesting to pay your wide receivers $50 million combined and then not throw the ball. That is definitely an interesting strategy in the current world. I think it's all just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. I don't think he's getting traded. His first 2 seasons, 1,400 yards each season, multiple touchdowns.
Yeah.
Last year he had 1,100 yards and he missed 4 games. So like he's going to get he's going to have some monster weeks. He's kind of that boomer bust type of player where he's going to have the 3 touchdowns, 150 yards type of weeks, and other times he won't. And I think the narrative is there, but he's the godfather of Jalen Hurts' kids. Nick Sirianni loves that man. Like he's not going anywhere. Patriots fans, pump your brakes. Drake May's not getting AJ Brown anytime soon. So
is that what they're saying, that he wants to, that's like the ideal matchup?
Because Vrabel.
Yeah, the Vrabel connection. That's where the Patriots. I mean, all this entire offseason, it was all Patriots are getting AJ Brown. I'm like, they're not trading for AJ Brown. Like this.
I agree. I think the AJ Brown stuff's actually a little bit hyped up. I mean, he does some stuff, but at the end of the day, he's usually not that big of a distraction as some of these other receivers. I feel like he just is a competitive athlete that when things don't go his way, he just gets a little frustrated. But I don't think it's anything.
Dude, they're 4-0, and he's like, so let me ask you, do you think he's the type of player? Because this is what I said. I obviously don't know him personally. Is he the type of player that like gets mad in a win if he doesn't catch the ball, or would he rather lose and get like 3 touchdowns and 200 yards? Because that's like what I think that he would rather do.
No, I think he gets mad when the offense is struggling and he knows that he can dominate. Like against the Rams, when they were struggling and they've got 2 corners out there that are like 5'10", 180 pounds soaking wet. It's like, feed the big boy. Like he is swole Batman for a reason. Give him the ball. So I think that's when he gets frustrated. I mean, the man won a Super Bowl last year. He's not leaving Jalen Hurts anytime soon. Right. The only reason I think they would trade him, not this year, maybe the following year when they have to start paying some of these young, Cooper DeJean wants that big money. Jalen Carter wants the big money. That'll be an interesting transition for the Eagles of, do they start paying some of these young guys or do they just continue to keep reloading through the draft?
Yeah.
So that'll be, Jalen Carter is going to need some big money here soon.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Davis. So maybe then they let go of him. But again, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, they are 2 peas in a pod.
Who'd you guys draft in the first round that pissed me off this year too, by the way? Who's your rookie?
Oh, Jahad Campbell, linebacker.
Damn it, dude.
How's he doing? Amazing already. Oh, he's incredible. He's incredible.
God damn it.
One of my worst takes, and I had to apologize to Philadelphia fans because I thought Jeremiah Trotter Jr. was going to start next to Bond, which is not like a terrible take. Like Trott's been good, but several people were like, "No, Jahad Campbell's taking this job," and he's been so good this year.
Yeah,
like he's
we loved
turnovers.
We loved him, man.
I like that Trotter pick too, though.
Yeah, he's good.
That was another great pick.
His fucking dad was a stud, dude. Yeah,
Eagles front office is.
Wasn't he the Axe man? Was that him?
Yep.
Jeremiah Trotter. Real quick, Jordan. What's the formula for the Broncos to be successful on Sunday? Is it about leaning on the run game, putting pressure on the quarterback, or something else entirely? Facts. Shout out to Jordan. That's what I'm gonna say here. So my keys to victory, right? For Broncos, Eagles. I don't think this is going to be essentially a game that comes down to turnovers because I don't think Jalen Hurts. I think that's something that he's really focused on. I'm actually under his season-long interceptions of 10.5.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's thrown a pick yet. So, yeah, it's just like a surgical Trillo bets there. But I think this is going to come down to which team will run the ball more effectively. I think that, Broncos looked good last week, dude, but it was against the worst team in the history of football I've ever seen in that Bengals performance Monday night. So I'm pumping the brakes there. The offense, like you said, man, it's been sporadic, inconsistent, 3 and outs. And like, that's what it's going to come down to, dude, is like limiting your guys' offense on the field versus like, 3 and outs, 3 and out in Philly. If you guys go up 14, we're relying on Bo Nix to throw, our wide receivers. We love Sutton. He's like the stud, man. But the depth at wide receiver is something that concerns me going against a really good defense like you guys. So I think it'll be a fun test for the Broncos. I think the line of scrimmage is ultimately like where I'm leaning here. Who's going to run the ball more effectively? Which defensive front is going to stop the run? So I know last time we played Saquon, we buckled him up, but that was against the Giants. We haven't played him with you guys. So I'm interested to see how our linebackers are going to do. Obviously, Greenlaw is fucking out. This would be the game that you would want him. So running the ball is going to be an area of concern for me, whether it's Hurts, whether it's fucking, if here's the thing, if we run, QB spy with Singleton on Hurts, it's a disaster, I'm sorry, but I'm interested to see.
Love Singleton.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say, like anything bad about him. It's just like, if he's on a tight end, he's fucked. Yeah, and if he's on a slot receiver, he's fucked, but the homie had 11 tackles against the Bengals. But I don't know. I'm interested to see. I think we match up well. I was looking at some of these other teams and I'm like, we don't really match up well against like the fucking Rams. I'm like, but I don't know, man. I do think it's going to come down to whoever can run the ball more effectively. And then if Bo doesn't do what Bo does, which is like throw in these tight areas, like a pick 6 would be detrimental for the Broncos, for example. Get that crowd noise chilled out. I'm looking for a fast start from Denver, just continuing the momentum from the shitty Bengals game. So that's kind of where Sean Payton wants to be aggressive, wants to come out firing, swinging, and make you guys play from behind, which is something that I'm also pretty certain that you guys are like comfortable with too. So, you guys are the Super Bowl chance. I just want to fight. Like I said, I thought 6 was a better spread number, but line of scrimmage will be interesting to watch. Ev wants to know, AJ Brown and Quentin Johnson for fantasy rest of the year, boys. You gotta ride the
That's
Quentin
brutal.
Johnson train, dude.
Johnson's been so good. He's been everything we thought Ladd McConkey would be.
I know.
Sorry to all those people who drafted Ladd McConkey in the second round. That is,
Dante.
Not me.
Gosh,
He's a good old lad. Is Goddard playing?
Not me.
He should be playing. He had 2 touchdowns last week. He looked good. I didn't see anything that he got hurt, but yeah, he should be playing. I don't think he'll have 2 touchdowns again, but
if he's playing, the Broncos cannot guard tight ends, man. It's been 15 years we haven't been able to guard tight ends. Also, another key to fucking victory, dude, and this is kind of NFL wide here, the fucking special teams, man. Our special teams, absolute liabilities. It could be that close of a game where special teams punt, fuck up, punt return. I could totally see this game being driven by a special teams play, and I don't think we have the capabilities of doing it. Dante, what's your thoughts on that take?
Yeah, Denver's not going to go and win an ugly game in Philadelphia. If they're going to win, they need to play like probably their best game they've played in the Sean Payton era. I'm talking penalties. I'm talking special teams and turnovers.
Oh, God, penalties.
Bo Nix cannot be overthrowing guys. He's got to be making his throws. We got to be getting the Eagles into 3rd and long situations so our pass rush can flex because I think we can have some success with our pass rush, especially, unfortunately, the thing that makes me a little bit nervous is the teams like the Eagles where they have 2 pretty good elite wide receivers. Riley Moss is what I'm going to be looking at. So we'll have to see I don't know if Surtain will follow AJ Brown and then that leaves Devontae Smith on Moss, but that's something to watch out for. He held his own against T. Higgins last week, but Denver's going to have to play a really solid game. We can't overthink it. We're going to have to stop the run. Obviously, Saquon's going to get his. That's fine. You just got to kind of limit those big plays. And if Bo's on his A game and making the throws he needs to, then Denver's got a shot for sure. That defense, it's time to see what they're really made of, though. This is a big test for Denver.
2 questions for you guys. So we have sucked against the squib kick on kickoffs. The LA kicker, Cardi or Party, what's his name?
Cardi. He was knuckleball.
We cannot field kickoffs. I don't know
who else
why
was doing that shit.
Figure that out.
The Jags kicker, I think, is doing that too, bro.
Okay, is he? So
I think
can your kicker do that stuff?
Will Lutz?
He just kicks it deep out the end zone.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
great.
he just boots it. I don't really like Lutz. I kind of blame him for one of the games too. I don't really like him, dude. I don't like him.
And then how's Bo Nix against zone defense? Because I think back to like 2 years ago, Derek Carr lit us up because he would just take exactly what the zone would give. I almost think you need to see patient Bo Nix just picking apart zones and taking what the defense gives. And then it's going to come down to red zone. Who's going to score? Can they put on touchdowns? I believe the Eagles are batting 100% in the red zone right now. So I'd be curious to hear as well how good your red zone defense is. But when we get into the red zone, we score, not just because of the tush push, but they are cooking in the red zone.
I think Denver's whole defensive kind of motto is the bend but don't break. We give up a lot of field goals.
Okay.
We're pretty solid in the red zone as far as touchdowns, but we give up a lot of field goals. As far as Bo Nix against the zone,
I got it right here. So 104.1 passer rating, 9 touchdowns compared to 1 interception, 72% completion percentage. I think he does all right. But dude, this is this guy kind of gives me the Cutler complex. Remember Cutler used to be like, I can get it there, and then pick City. So, and that's one thing where it's like, I don't mind seeing that shit. You saw it Monday night. Threw a pick, came back, threw a fucking laser beam to Sutton for a touchdown with 7 seconds left. So I don't mind it, but it's like, God damn it, man. Chill out, dude,
So Bo's a little more gunslinger. Like he's trying to push it downfield rather than just take what's in front of him.
Yeah, he gets called a check down merchant, but he actually had one of the longest average completion yardage-wise. Last year. And he's better against zone because he struggles against man, mainly because of the blitz. He's actually literally ranked last week. Might change some things, but he was 34 out of 35 QBs against the blitz. And usually they're coming on with the man behind it. So honestly, I don't know if Philly blitzes a lot, or they kind of just rely on that 4-man rush from that front they have, but that actually works well for Bo's favor if there's not a lot of blitzing.
Fangio has been blitzing more, but I think it's kind of based on matchups and Who's the tight end? Or because Ingram's out, what's your tight end
he's
matchup?
back.
He's
Evan
back.
Ingram's
Is he back? Is he back?
baby. He is fucking back.
He played last week versus the Bengals.
Did he
had
play
15
well?
yards. 15
Okay,
yards.
so he didn't play
caught
well.
He had a
ball.
lot of targets.
He caught a
Yeah.
ball and stepped out of bounds, and I almost threw my
Yeah,
dog
okay.
at the TV. It was like the most brainless play. Denver fans want to see Evan Ingram get more involved. The problem is, dude, is we run these like dude. When we run the 6th offensive lineman on there, dude, the crowd in Denver's going crazy because they know it's a run. Dante was at boots on ground Monday, so you'll see like a lot of 2 tight end sets with these big 2, white boys up there, and you're like, well, this is a run, and then both those like to 1 in the flat. So it's like we're trying to say is like we need an offensive identity of like let's ground and pound or like let's spread it out. But I mean, we're getting there. But Evan Ingram, he missed a game. He hurt his calf, then he hurt his back. So, and you know how that Evan Ingram story has been going in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, but
if there's a matchup you could exploit, I think it's a tight end against Andrew Makuba. He has a real nose for the ball. He's forcing a lot of turnovers, but he's like 5'10", 5'11" in cleats, 180 pounds. Like, nice. I couldn't believe the Buccaneers weren't picking him apart last week with their tight ends.
Cade Otton.
They were just refusing. So, Baker, again, that gunslinger mindset versus are you going to just take the 9-10 yards down low and just run it down the field on us? But yeah, Fangio is blitzing a little more these days. But yeah,
Denver fans used to get so upset because he would never blitz. Never. Mr. Conservative.
Yeah. Yep. Well, on the flip side too, I think our defense, Vance Joseph's going to be coming, bro. I mean, he'll put, double A gap blitz and then show it and then still send it and he'll pull it back. I mean, I do like that. I don't know, man. Dante, do I like Vance Joseph or no? I can never decide. I'm always
Tell me how I feel.
Yeah. I like Vance Joseph. He got a raw deals when he was actual head coach because he just had to do whatever LA told him to do. But honestly, he's really developed some guys on our defense, which I can appreciate.
Yeah, I think the pass rush is going to be key too, man. That could lead to turnovers too. Bonito's a fucking stud. You got Jalen Carter too, man. I mean, it's going to be a fun game. I think this is like potentially the game of the week. I was looking at the other shitty games, man, and I was like, Christ Almighty.
But be a good one.
It'll be predictions? Good. Yeah, let's run in score predictions, Kev, so we can get you the hell off of our podcast with your Go Birds shit. I'll start it off. I'm going to say it's a tight butt cheek game from start to finish. Your boy is going to be pacing the house. I got 24-21. I picked the Chargers against my Broncos, bro, but I just, for some reason, man, I felt good all week about it, and I'm going to stick with my guns. 24-21 Broncos. I think we come out on you guys' balls, and our defense actually stands firm late. So 24-21, but it's still a close game. Kev, go ahead.
Your score is about right, but the other way around. I got 24-20. And I'm working on a video with Fanatic Dak. I think he's associated with you guys. And part of my take in there was, are the Broncos going to actually be able to score 20 points against the Eagles on the road, hostile environment? It could get ugly. I think the Broncos keep it close, but I'm going 24-20. Eagles win. I do think, because it was Jonathan Taylor that ran wild on you guys, right?
2 years in a row. The guy had like 170 yards.
I think Saquon, they're going to watch that tape, and I think they find a way to get the run game going, which will open up the pass. So again, it could be a blowout, but I think it's a close game, but Eagles pull it out at home.
Dante, can you believe the fucking nerve of this guy, dude? Who you got?
Going to come on here and pick the Broncos? You really think that?
The NFL, there's no reason the Eagles shouldn't win this game.
Yeah.
There's no reason the Broncos shouldn't beat the Colts, or looking at some of these games. I think the Eagles get caught sleeping a little bit, kind of a letdown in their early season schedule. And it's the NFL. Everyone loses a game or two. So, and if you're going to lose one, why not to the Broncos?
Yep.
27-20.
Ooh, he's got us beating y'all's ass, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
7 points.
Sometimes confidence is a real thing in the NFL. And, the Eagles kind of blew a lead against Tampa and then had to come back. And then Denver, obviously, the Bengals, is what it is. But maybe that momentum carries out. Who knows? Why not?
Why not?
I honestly think our letdown is probably next week against the Giants. I think we beat the doors off Denver. We lose to the Giants, and then people are calling for Sirianni's head at 6-1. So
yeah. Hey, yeah. I want Denver to be winning in the first half by any margin. I'm gonna turn up the TV and listen. Do you think if the Broncos, let's just say it's like a good half, 17-14, back and forth. Yeah. Broncos are winning by 3. Are Philly fans booing?
14-17. I don't think they're booing 14-17 because that means we've scored. If they look decent, if we score 14 points in the first quarter and then nothing in the second quarter, turnovers, it's crap, they're booing in half for sure. If it's a close game, both teams are moving the ball, defenses are playing well, I don't think they're booing. It's more how the boys are looking rather than the actual score.
Big Dom will be out there.
7-3. 7-3. Do you think they're booing? 7-3.
The Eagles have 3 points?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're booing.
Yeah, I appreciate the standard, though, of fan bases like that. Yeah. What are the Browns like? Oh, hey, Dylan Gabriel. They're all happy now. It's like, no, we got some standards over here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I would say Bronco fans are fucking crazy, and Eagles fans, I would say, are just right above them, bro. Just slightly above them, obnoxious, man. We got season tickets. We go every week. You're listening to them scream at these motherfuckers, bro, and it's like, dude, they're working their, like when Bo's like, fucking chill out, they get louder. Yeah, like they're like, no, fuck you, call the play. Yeah. It's like, Christ, dude.
Again, we got the Phillies playing Saturday night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Phillies again on Monday night, so it's a great weekend for Phillies.
Could
sports.
Be a really bad.
They
are.
It is.
Could be. Yeah. If we go 0-3 in those games, it's gonna be a rough day on Tuesday.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I wanted to touch base on that. Ohtani is coming out tomorrow against you guys, bro. I'm definitely gonna be leaning Dodgers there, bro. Plus, did you see the Dodgers bats the last couple of days? Hot. Ohtani is pitching. I watched him pitch 6 shutout. I think honestly, he's at 18 or 19 straight shutout innings. So I like the Phillies. We want a shit ton of coin on Kyle Schwarber all year long, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
So we love him. But Ohtani's just got a special place in my heart, man. And he's a dog on that mound. Yeah. So, it'll be a big weekend for you Philly guys. Big letdown with Ohtani, Bo Nix, and then Ohtani.
Shout out those Philly fans for – did you see that? They had 30,000 people for the inter-squad scrimmage they did.
Yes,
right. Because since they had the bye. So, dude, Philadelphia fans though, I gotta respect them. They are definitely hardcore. I was leaving the Bronco game and some dude's on the freaking bird scooter coming by me. He's like, "It'll look different next week. Go Birds!" Wearing a Saquon jersey. I'm like, dude, it's Bronco Bengal Monday night. Where'd you even come from? So
we just tried to get in our heads early. Just got to get in our heads early.
I'm a little nervous on the Dodgers, but I think we're 5-2 against them the last 7 games. And historically, the last couple years, we match up well. I was actually I think they lost to either Arizona or New York in the playoffs last year. I was kind of hoping for the Dodgers last year. Again, that sounds crazy with how good of a roster they have. Yeah. But I think our boys are locked in, focused when they know they're playing the Dodgers. When we play the Mets, we piss down our leg all the time. And so, yeah, that sounds crazy, but I almost think starting off with the Dodgers is going to put us on the right track to get the bats going here in the playoffs. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I think the winner of this series, in my opinion, I mean, I'm sitting on a Brewers ticket that I want to cash, but I think the winner of this series is taking it. If the Brewers don't come up big. But
is Walker Buehler he's on the Phillies?
No,
he's kind of like a reliever. He might be a 4th starter. I'm going to just be honest. I'm like a 1 to 2 month a year Phillies fan. I just can't keep up with 162 games.
Saw he is
on the squad. I want to say he's like a relief pitcher right now, or if they go like a full bullpen game, he's probably in there for 2 or 3 innings, that type of thing.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
But I think he gave up. Go ahead.
Real quick, Kevin, I was just going to ask you before you leave if you had a college football lock for us. I know you do some
college football lock. Oh, I got one for you. Well, okay, the lock is Tommy Castellanos anytime touchdown 1. I put out a video yesterday. He's like plus 600 to score 2 touchdowns. So I think he comes out firing this week. So plus 600, Tommy Castellanos, 2 rushing touchdowns.
2 tutties against the U.
Against the U. I think Miami might have a letdown game here. Sorry, Alo, but
That's
either way, 1 touchdown or 2 touchdowns, both good options. So
you can bet college ball out there. How you getting that?
We don't have anything. I can just look stuff up and spread the word to people. But yeah, we're in Washington, brother. We got nothing.
I was here in America, we can bet.
I was in Washington and I was like sending pics to Dante's ass. I was like, well, this place is fucking prison.
It's everything goes through the casinos and the Native American tribes and stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Yeah, here, so,
I saw that. Yes, I saw like, oh, you could place a bet. You just have to cruise to the casino. I'm like, okay, fuck me.
There you go.
Yeah. So you're taking Florida State plus 4.5. Then you would probably lean there.
Yeah, at home. I like Florida State at home. Again, they lost that game, but I think they bounce back. They're a good team. I like the stuff that Tommy is made of at quarterback. I think this is the kind of game he will bounce back and play well in. And I think Miami is. I might eat some crow here, but I think maybe it's a letdown game for Miami on the road. My son and I love that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Chop. Booker and I went to an ACC championship game in Charlotte one year, and those Florida State fans were incredibly hammered and incredibly loud. Like, it is one of the most awesome experiences. I want to go to a home game in Florida State just for the, spike in the flaming arrow and the tomahawks all game, man.
Yeah, that's right. So, he goes down there and spikes the spear, right? That's what he does. Right?
College football entrance.
Yeah, so I went to a Chiefs game and they did that tomahawk chop shit, and I was like, you know what, man? Like, I think 20, well, and plus, like, what, the Chiefs Stadium holds like 70. College stadiums hold more because it's like a bleacher, and they just don't give a fuck. So there's like 100,000 tomahawk chopping, and they're kids too, so they're just screaming at the top of their lungs. Crazy drunk kids. Well, that sounds good. Are you a Penn State guy, by the way? Because shout out to them last week for just killing me, dude. Killing me.
Yeah, they just can't win. They can't win the big games. So I don't know if it's James Franklin. I fear it's James Franklin and Drew Aller. I'd be really nervous if you get that number 1 overall pick this coming year. He's going to do some awesome stuff at the combine, but I just think
projected number 1.
People are comparing him to Josh Allen. He's got all the measurables, he can do the Zach Wilson roll left, throw it a country mile, but I don't know. I hope that it's more James Franklin is a bad coach than he can recruit and he can develop an NFL talent. Unfortunately, we cannot win against any good teams. But hey, we'll beat UCLA by no less than 35 this week. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, man. Well, before you bounce, tell the people where they can find you on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, TikTok.
Yeah, you can follow our main account, the TSB Community, on X, YouTube. Myself, TSB_Kevin or TSB_Booker. And appreciate you guys. It's been a blast doing the kind of combined fantasy football league. I don't know why Dante is skipping out on that fantasy football league. He must not have got the Crew Talk group chat or something.
Bro, they didn't tell me until they're doing their draft, asking me for advice. I'm like, oh.
I'm not helping you guys.
Oh, yeah, for the college. Dude, my college football team, by the way, I'm trading for futures, bro. Like, if you see anything on the squad that you're digging, you let me know, and I'm trading.
I'm going to have to hit you up after the show here. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on right away. Also, somebody's looking for a quarterback, Kev. Tell them that Chillo Betts has got 4. I'm sitting on 4 quarterbacks, bro.
Yeah.
Send them my way because I'm willing to trade Dak and CD because I'm 1-3 in that league. I'm 4-0 in my other league. I'm like, you guys are not committed to excellence.
Yeah, give me those future picks.
Give me the futures, man. I was looking at Matt Grajada's team. I don't remember his shitty team name, but dude, he's sitting on studs. I'm like, but he traded all of his futures. So I'm like, fuck me, dude. I got to dynasty the shit out of this. So
if someone drops out, you can put me in, okay?
So. All right. Yeah, good to know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, appreciate you guys having me on, and always appreciate listening and appreciate you guys. So
just know that when Jalen Hurts throws a pass, you know what we say? Incomplete, son. So think of that Sunday.
Hey, this isn't a home game for you guys, so there's gonna be none of that. There's gonna be none of that.
Hey man, let's have a good game. I hope you have fun watching the game, but I hope you don't have too much fun. And I hope you go to sleep like this, pissed off, because I'll be sleeping like a little baby, man. Thanks for coming on. We'll have to bring you on again here in the near future, man. We really appreciate you hopping in. Good luck with your fantasy teams, not your NFL team, Kev. It's been a pleasure, bro. We'll see you next time.
Of course. Anytime. Go Birds.
All right, man. See you later. That's funny, man. We got this little Birds guy. Kev, you good? There he goes. Fucking go Birds, man. Fuck, dude. I honestly don't hate the Eagles either, man, to be honest. Like, if we're playing the Cowboys, I can very easily fucking hate them. But Eagles, man, I was rooting for them so fucking hard in the Super Bowl, man. I just, like, can't fathom hating them, to be honest. I love Saquon. Love Saquon.
There's a whole Twitter thread today of, like, Broncos and Eagles fans just being, like, coming together. Like, oh, Fangio.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Dawkins. Yeah, fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah,
so,
Brian Dawkins. You know that's right.
You know what? Let's just have a good game, 2 good football teams, and that's all I'm looking for. But if Denver gets blown out, like, was that 2016, 2017?
Oh yeah, it was 50. It was 50 to like 17.
We'll have a real problem if Denver's getting blown out. They need to at least show up competitive.
A little compete action, bro. Test us. Let's get a little test. Let's see if Big Dick Nix has got it. I think he does. Anyways, let's move on to some college football shenanigans. We got to speed this up, Dante. I brought in some locks, okay? I don't know how you want to break this down. Let me give you my winners, and you can pivot or decide, all right? And I'm thinking about just parlaying this shit money lines, by the way. So, first off, Trillo Bets' horse cock lock of the fucking weekend, Iowa State plus 1.5.
Yep.
They're playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati's high off beating Kansas. Let's be honest. Who's killed us the most this year besides Alabama? Fucking Kansas, bro. You know, Iowa State, Rocco Beck, Sewell. He's looking legit, man. They're looking good. They win close games.
This line I was shocked by. Couldn't believe it. I did some research. Sounds like Iowa State's a little bit banged up on the defensive side of the ball. So that's kind of like what the fear is since he's got a little bit of a high power offense. But yeah, give me Iowa State for sure.
Shout out to CSU, by the way, for also losing right now. That's another team on the Trillo Bets Never Bet Again list. Wanted to break down another game with you, bro. Texas, big time game. Why in the world are they only 5.5 point favorites? I was also looking at this over under. I know both defenses are good, but I think this over and under dropped as much as 11 points since like when it first was available to the market. 42.5. Tell me why Texas money line isn't a lock, and what do you think about that over under?
Yeah, I can't. Well, if anything's been proven this year, I like the under. If it's gonna be that kind of game, what I think people are looking for is one of these quarterbacks to come out and just have a good game. Like, oh, okay, this is what the preseason hype was all about. The off season. I mean, Arch has actually been improving though, and I think the thing is these are college kids. Florida was expected to have a great season. People are talking college football playoff, and their season's over. These kids might be checked out, honestly. I mean, I know they got a big game against Texas, and it can change their whole season. But at the same time, if they get down early, it's going to be like, oh, here we go again. So I like Texas a lot in this game. I might lean the under just because both offenses have been kind of the firepower hasn't been there. But
it could be, though, man. It really could be. Like, there's no reason why this game shouldn't be 30 to fucking 28. I mean, there's no way. It could fly over. Or it could be a stinker under, you know? I just look at the skill set, man.
I mean, 42.5 is pretty low.
Legway coming off of a bye week, which was like probably the most needed bye week in the nation, to be honest with you. So, yeah, 42 is low. I'd probably sneak the over. It's going to be a good game. A lot on the line for Florida there, which is kind of shitty.
I think Texas covers easy, honestly.
5.5 was that spread. Throw them with Iowa State on the money line. Texas Tech, another team being disrespected, Dante. They're playing against Houston. The line's 11.5. Let's be honest. Houston's kind of fraudulent. Over under is 51.5. I'm throwing Texas Tech money line in here, just to kind of juice in my parlay. What are your thoughts?
Yep, love that. Houston almost lost to Oregon State, who was horrible. I mean, they got lucky. The CU game was what it was, but Texas Tech, they look legit. I was not buying the hype on them with all the additions to the transfer portal. But they look legit. They've proven me wrong. So I'm going to ride Texas Tech.
Are you taking that spread?
11.5 is kind of a lot, but I think I am. I mean, dude, they beat up on Utah pretty good. And Utah's, I think, pretty tough. So
yeah, you fucking love Utah, don't you? I'm saving the big one for last, dude, because you know which one it is. But the last leg here, shout out to our boy Alo. I'm taking the Hurricanes, bro. I think Florida State, that's going to be a badass game too, man. But Miami's been sneaking these close games out. Carson Beck is a guy who's been there. 4.5's the spread. I'm taking the money line in the parlay. You do all this shit, it's around plus 600, Dante. And I don't see who fucks this up. Probably Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back and forth. At first, I was like, okay, Miami, they've proven me wrong all year. I mean,
yeah,
they've looked good. They keep showing up. You like that. And then you're like, oh, man, the Florida State at home, that crowd, we just talked about the chop and the horse. And, dude, they're going to be fired up. But I think that Bama game was just a little bit of like a week one weirdness kind of deal. Same thing with the Virginia game, honestly. I mean, maybe Florida State was looking ahead a little bit. But I think at the end of the day, I got to go with Miami just because they've given me more to trust.
Yeah, dude, it's Carson Beck, man. Back in the day.
Yeah.
You can go as far as that. A couple legs that I wanted your opinion on too before we get obviously to the fucking monster of the game, which I'm so rock hard for tomorrow, dude. I already told Luciana's like, hey, can we go to a jump castle? I'm like, absolutely not. How dare you? Do you know what's going on at 1:30? And no, you're not even allowed to come into the living room. Virginia, by the way, I can't find them. Virginia coming in dogs. Right?
Against Louisville. Yeah, they're
against the
+7, +210 on the money line.
Yeah, so is that like a bounce back game? I know a buddy of mine loves betting against these teams that come off a huge win the very next week. He does it for basketball too. What's your thoughts on that game? Quick, Virginia, Louisville.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surprising that Louisville's not ranked and Virginia is, but Louisville's 4-0. A lot of preseason hype behind them too. They have a pretty decent quarterback. That is it. Miller Moss, is that his name? But he's pretty good. I think he was a USC transfer. And plus, I think the difference is just Louisville hasn't really played anybody. They played Bowling Green, James Madison, Kentucky, and Pitt. So we don't really know what they're about.
Yeah.
But was that Florida State game a fluke? I mean, Virginia also beat Stanford. I just think there's a little bit of a letdown. I might take Virginia on the spread.
7. You said, right?
I might take that 7. Spread, but
lose by a field goal.
Wouldn't be surprised if Louisville won outright at home.
I think I'm gonna put Virginia down here too, dude. I think we're gonna add that to our little. I'm gonna take that +7 with you, and throw that in the parlay. I got 2 more legs. The big one. Are you ready? Let me fucking play it. Where's it at here? Media. Fucking drum roll. Here we go. Bada bing. Michigan State going into Lincoln, Nebraska. +11.5, Dante. My boy Child's going to catch a dub there. You better believe it. Michigan State +11.5. Dante, what's your thoughts on betting against your favorite team, Sparty?
Bro, I would bet Nebraska to lose anything except for maybe a corn shucking contest. But, bro, Michigan State, they've been sneaky. I mean, I think that's a good USC team. So I think that loss, it could have been a little more competitive. But, bro, what has Nebraska done? Nebraska's beat Cincinnati. Is that a big win, beating Cincinnati?
Right.
You know what I mean? That Michigan game was closer than the scoreboard was closer than the game actually was.
Yeah, they were losing the whole time. I agree. Yeah, man, I got to take my Spartans here. +11.5. Fuck me. Put 100,000 there. They don't give a fuck. Child's going to throw 3 tutties.
Dude, they're figuring it out. They are. Michigan State's looking better and better every week.
Just wait till we play Ohio State in a couple of weeks. My God. Just kidding. That's not the big game. We know what it is, dude. My boy, Pavia, going down to Bama land, bro. They're catching 11.5 right now. This shit has been moving up and down. I saw it as low as 9.5, which I think the fans were buying it in. And then it bumped up to 10.5, back down, boom, boom. Now it's up to 11.5. I think sharp money's coming in on Alabama. I want to say one thing. You know where my bet's going to be, but call me crazy for thinking that Alabama has been waiting 1 fucking year for this game, dude. I think they were like paraded around. Vanderbilt's been shoving it down their throats for a year now. And Bama, I think that they're going to be more pissed off losing to them last year than they are losing to who'd they lose to? Florida State. I don't think they give a fuck about that. I think they're more so worried about this game right here. It's in Bama land. It's going to get rowdy. They're coming off of a huge win. Samson is elite in college right now. Say what you want to say. Jam Miller is looking good. He's brought that offense back. So I do see why the sharp money is coming on Bama, dude. But if you haven't been betting on Vanderbilt, bro, like what the fuck are you doing?
Vanderbilt,
Vandy all fucking day. Give me the plus 11. I would love to be on this over, bro. I think Pavia is going to come out swinging. I mean, that's just a fact, bro. Like, he will do whatever it takes to win. Will that defense hold up? I don't know. But Vandy has done nothing wrong to tell you to not bet against them, right? They absolutely are piss-pounding teams. The one close game they had, I guess, or I think they were dogs to South Carolina. They blew them the fuck out. Right. So Vanderbilt plus 11.5. I guarantee you a lot of people are touching this money line here too, just because of Pavia. I'm throwing Vandy in there for sure. Plus 11.5. Dante, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, Vanderbilt's better than they were last year. All right.
Yeah.
So, let's think about that. But I think Alabama is too. At home, that's going to be tough for Vanderbilt. But there's just something about the revenge factor. Like, this was the loss for Bama last year. Everyone was like, what is going on? You know what I mean? I mean, they're carrying the goalpost down Broadway against Alabama. Crazy. But the thing is, there's a reason that was such a big moment because it only happens once every lifetime. 50 years. Dude. Yeah. So I like Bama to win for sure. Honestly, thinking about it, going back and forth, I could see them kind of getting a backdoor cover, maybe scoring late just to kind of put it out of reach, or I mean, Pavia,
shoving it down their throats, bro. They could shove it down their throats.
The thing with Pavia that it's like a blessing and a curse is he's so aggressive, but if that doesn't go right, it goes way wrong for him too. So, I mean, Vanderbilt's good, but are they ready for that next step in the SEC? I don't know. I would lean Bama, but for sure,
you're
Bama
talking. So real quick. Fucking this SEC schedule, man. I mean, you just can't say enough. But let's say they do catch a dub. They got to bye. Then they play LSU at home, Missouri, who looks good at home, at Texas. It's just an onslaught, bro. It's like, oh, man, I hope they're in the playoffs. Like, they play they got Auburn, another bye, Kentucky, who they'll piss pound. And then at Tennessee, which is right down the street from them. But still, that's going to be a tough game for them. If they win this, man, they're going to be a top 10 team for sure. So, Christ, dude, it's going to be so much fun to watch regardless, man. Last game I wanted your opinion about. If you wanted to grab some other shit, go ahead. CU going down to TCU, 13.5. Slater, it's Salter. He might be on the never bet again list, bro. I just watched that fucking BYU game. That 2-minute offense was the worst offense I've ever seen in a 2-minute drill. It was almost like they don't practice it. We do got boots on ground. Shout out to Isaac. He's going down there for the game. He thought it was going to be a lot more fun. He's ready for Juju. Dante, are you too?
A lot more fun. Yeah. My confidence in CU is kind of at an all-time low right now in the Dion era. Just because, one, I was okay. I was at the BYU game last week. You're up 14-0. It's packed. The crowd's rocking. And then you just let it go. The injury report for CU, this long. I mean, insane how many dudes are out for CU this week. I don't know who their athletic trainer is, but get them out of there. Pat Shurmur's still there, so their offense is going to suck. TCU is actually pretty good this year. And I think that year CU beat them. They came off a national championship, but they were not a good team that year. Let's just speak the truth here on Crew Talk. But, dude, one thing that really upset me last week after the loss, Salters in the Instagram replies, dude. People are hating on him. He's like replying to him, "What'd you do? Oh, what are your stats like?" It's like, bro, you can't be doing that. Yeah.
No. Put the phone down and get to work, bro.
He's done. He's a running back, bro. CU does good because when he runs the ball, but every time he has to pass. So 13.5. Sure, let me sprinkle that. I got no faith in CU. Am I gonna throw 25 on the money line? Yeah, I might. But
you're sick in the head.
What if they recreate that TCU? That magic, bro. They recapture that.
Look, man, TCU went to Arizona State, lost by a field goal. We like Arizona State, solid team. They beat a decent SMU team. They kicked the shit out of Bill Belichick's Tar Heels. Not saying that that's a lot. I don't even see this game being close, man. To be honest with you, I think CU's imploding. You said the injuries, that just adds up to it. So,
and especially at key positions, TCU's really good at passing the ball. CU's got 4 defensive tackles and 4 or 5 corners out, so they're not gonna be able to get the pass rush. And then
none of those fools can tackle. Neither of them can tackle.
They got 2 running backs out. I mean, dude, Yeah, it might be. It could get ugly. Honestly.
I'm starting Dre Miller though.
Dude, yeah, he's actually playing
Must
running
start.
back.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
it. Marshall Faulk saying,
Yeah.
fuck it. Come give me him. My horse cock lock of the week, too, by the way, is your Pokes bringing in the undefeated, overrated UNLV. The over-under is 49.5. There's going to be some wind up there tomorrow. I'm sure you're aware. Under's got fucking pretty safe lock there, Dante. I did a little research today. What's your opinion on the research?
Yeah, my opinion, I'm shocked that it's actually that close of a spread, you know, which tells me Vegas knows that UNLV record's a little stinky. But I was kind of surprised. Wyoming, they've really not impressed me. Their quarterback, I mean, it's just not good enough. They've got some injuries on the offensive line. And UNLV is a little bit like a last chance U. They actually have a lot of like bigger name transfer guys that have transferred in there, which doesn't necessarily, just because they're a big name doesn't necessarily mean they're talented. You know what I mean? So it's never easy coming into Laradice, homecoming weekend at the War.
Are you going to have boots on ground?
You gonna have boots on ground. Yeah, I'll have boots on ground. Bro, Wyoming brand of football is we're gonna hold them, tight, not a lot of points, and just try and force a turnover late and get the win. So
what do you think of this fucking over 49, dude? Look at the scores of this shitty Wyoming team. Obviously CU, but that was random. 37 to 20, 6 to 31. They got absolutely piss pounded by Utah. UNI 31 to 7. Okay, great. It's UNI. Akron, and they stink, by the way. 10 to 0. They're coming off a bye. I don't think that helps your offense. I think your defense will be fine. Not looking for a lot of kicks to go in. I'm liking the under there, Dante. That might have to be the lock.
Raining / sleet, snowing. It's gonna be cold up here.
Love it. Why the fuck is it so high? Is UNLV putting up points or what the fuck?
So here's the thing. Yeah, UNLV's put up a little bit of points. If UNLV wins, I can see the over hitting. If the under hits, that's going to be the best shot for Wyoming.
Oh my God.
This Wyoming defense is the best defense that UNLV's played. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, not UCLA, right? So
no, UCLA sucks.
Is this Idaho State? Looks like it is. 38 to 31. SHS, what the fuck is that? 38-21. 30 to 23 against UCLA. We are not a UCLA fan base podcast because of that turd quarterback. 41 to 38 against Miami of Ohio. Yeah, man. Let's hope some rainy, sleety weather and you drinking beers slows down that UNLV offense.
Yeah. It'll be a good game.
What else are you looking at, man? To be honest with you, I love Notre. I'm gonna grab some favorites, man, and just roll with it. Like, Texas A&M takes care of business tomorrow. Notre Dame takes care of business. Like you can kind of throw some shit together here. I'll
just go through real quick, and if there's one that you catches your eye, let me know. But Wake Forest +6. That's against Virginia Tech. I mean, Virginia Tech fired their coach. Wake Forest almost beat Georgia Tech last week.
Yeah.
Should have beat them, actually. So I like that +6 there.
Nice.
Illinois money line's one I'm looking to throw into a parlay. They're playing Purdue. Fun fact.
Purdue stinks.
Dude, Taylor Swift released her new album. Purdue's 0-10 whenever Taylor Swift releases an album. So, hey, that's why you listen to
No fucking way.
These are the deep analytical stats we're talking about here. So
how the fuck did you even find that? So wait, what is it? What is that? You gotta what is that?
On Twitter, and I wish I saved the tweet.
Purdue loses.
Purdue's 0-10. Their first game after Taylor Swift releases an album.
Oh my God, dude. We have to put some coinage on that, bro.
So Illinois there. I'm with you on Iowa State for sure. Michigan money line, one I'd be looking to throw into some parlays. They got Wisconsin who are stinky.
Yeah.
North Carolina +14 against Clemson. A lot of people are on this North Carolina +14. I don't know. I'm not buying it. They've done nothing to prove it to me.
Can't do it.
Kansas State +5.5 at Baylor. I think Baylor, the hype's been a little bit too much, and I think Kansas State's actually figuring some things out, and they're looking like that team we thought they were in the offseason. And then Mississippi State +16.5 is one I actually kind of like. That's a lot of points. I definitely think Texas A&M is going to get the win outright, but 16.5 for a Mississippi State team that's actually looks pretty good. So those are the ones I had. Oh, and yeah, Wake Forest. Yeah, I think it's an interesting weekend though. There's a lot of tough games in there. The Virginia +7.
Do you got any? You got any dogs? Like, I don't know what I was fucking listening to, but like UAB against Army +6.5. I heard UAB can put some points up. You know, they've already played Navy. They didn't do too bad against them. That offense is that 3-wing fucking shenanigans. They lost 28-30 or 24-38, but still, they got absolutely destroyed by Tennessee. But they put up 24 points. Akron, we said they suck. They beat them. I think this UAB team could potentially. It's Army has to travel down there. It's gonna be a little hotter circumstances. Off to an early start, UAB +6.5. The dogs will be barking tomorrow at 10 a.m. Dante.
Yeah, UAB. I mean,
you like
by,
that?
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, the Dilfster,
the Elite 11 he used to do. But that's an interesting one. I mean, Army, it just comes down to like, can you stop the run? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, they just win random games for teams that can't stop the run. So hey, this is a Pro America podcast, so I will be backing the Army for sure.
Fuck you, bud. UAB. That used to be like 2 years ago, by the way. They made the March Madness tournament. Dude, I don't know where I found this guy. This guy was like this is a random story, by the way. This guy was like 5'4". I can't remember his fucking name, but he was saucy as a guard. I'm talking the sauciest. 38 points, 12 assists every game. And they were always fucking 16-point dogs. I'd always bet them, and they would always cash out.
Jelly or something?
Yeah, dude, what was his fucking name? You might have to look that up while I chop it up for yeah, dude. I mean, he had like 40-point games, 20 assist game. Like the dude was unstoppable. I watched because it's hard to watch a UAB fucking basketball game. I found him. Homie is legitimately Allen Iverson out there.
Jordan Walker, they call him Jelly Walker.
What's he doing now? What's our boy Jordan Walker doing now, dude? Is he in the G League somewhere? Homie was nice, but he's 5'4". That's like the only reason why he didn't get drafted.
Well, yeah, Brian, I definitely remember him because they were a lock every time I'd bet on
them. Dude, I'm telling you, they were always winning close games, bro. Like they played which by the way, does our GOAT of a team play tomorrow, dude? Does North Texas play tomorrow? God damn it, Dante. You know they've been a fucking wagon for us. They don't play tomorrow. All right, rest easy, North Texas. In 2 weeks, Dante.
Looks like he got waived by the Mavericks and has not played since. That's unfortunate.
We got to hit him up, dude. The dude was saucy. He'll come on Crew Talk. Real quick, now I'm talking about North Texas. They play South Florida next week.
The only game I also had that I was looking at is Maryland +5.5 against Washington. I think there's something true about these teams having to go all the way. This is a conference game, and Washington State's got to go all the way to Maryland, cross country. That's a 1:30 East or 1:30 game our time, so that's kind of early for them. Maryland's actually looked pretty decent. Washington coming off of Ohio State. I mean, you're going to be beat up after a game like that, so that's one I'm also keeping an eye on.
Nice. I like it. Is that it for college football while we move to UFC?
I think so, yeah.
Good. Yeah, quick update on the Rammies. I know you're interested. Are we doing it? Just tell me if we should do it or not. They're down 7-14. We're going to put a $5 on them.
No.
Put a little $5 on them.
I'll double down on them to lose.
Never bet again this, Ramsey.
The game I'm sweating right now is this New Mexico, San Jose. I had New Mexico
do you got?
Money line.
Okay, I'll ride it with you. I'll ride it with you, but you're riding this with me, big dog. I got UFC locks for you guys. Shout out to Gerald Trillo for definitely not showing up. The guy is as flaky as Dante's
a buttery biscuit.
Dante's elbows, right? Dry and flaky. Look, check it out. Huge fight card, man. Definitely going to be one to watch, Dante. You'll love it. So you got Alex Pereira. I'll just go from the top to bottom, right? Alex Pereira, Poatan, one of the deadliest left hooks in the UFC history, kickboxing background, against Ankalaev. This guy's one of those Dagestan motherfuckers. They don't fuck around. They eat, sleep, shit, this wrestling Samba shit. Ankalaev won off a split decision win. I had Poatan winning that, bro, honestly, but he didn't really do enough. He came off and said that he was injured or sick or whatever, but don't they all, Dante? Let's be honest. So Poatan's coming in at +200, brother, and we love that, all right? So that's the first leg of the parlay. Look for Poatan to not get taken down. I will say this is the leg that'll probably fuck me because these Dagestanian motherfuckers, bro, they just get their hands on you, and then it's a wrap. So be careful with that one. Now, I got some fucking horse cock locks. Zalal is facing a 40-year-old Josh Emmett. Dante, Josh Emmett is known for being a big brawler. He knocked the fuck out of Bryce Mitchell. Zalal, people have said this dude's like a future champ. I'm looking forward to it. The funny thing about this, Zalal called him out like, hey, man, I want to fight the best. You know, like, give me like Emmett, and then I'll fight like, and then Emmett's like, nah, don't want that action, brother. I'm cool on all that. I'm 40. I don't really want to. That fight doesn't look good for me. Hunter and Dana were like, yeah, man, you're going to fight him. So they're basically sacrificing lamb. The guy's a black belt. I'm looking for a submission there. I think Emmett's just kind of old, going to give up, right? Merab, obviously I want to go with the Sandhagen, the kid from Aurora, man. I just can't touch it. I told you on Monday or Tuesday, I don't see Merab losing. I think he retires as the champ. I don't know if Sandhagen has anything that really can fuck with Merab, to be honest with you, other than like a kick to the head. I don't see it happening. If Sugar Striking couldn't beat Merab, there's no fucking way Sandhagen's going to be able to. And then 2 knockouts, I'm looking to piss pound. Joe Pyfer, minus 265. This guy's kind of sketch, but he's the first leg of the parlay, just in case we need to reload. Pyfer's a guy with crazy explosive hands. I kind of wanted to put him on the never bet again list, but I mean, if it doesn't win in the first round, then we're fucked. But and then my second favorite fighter, Dante Jiri, the Czech Republic stud, dude. This guy is intense as a motherfucker. Wait until the face-off, Dante, and tell me if you've ever seen anything scarier than the look that this motherfucker gives. Poatan also does it. Crazy thing is they fought each other one time, and when they both stared at each other, I swear to God, my heart beated like 3 times. Not in a Diddy way. I'm just saying it was fucking awesome. So to recap, Poatan, the champ, bringing it back home, the double champ. Merab, minus 400, not a fucking chance. I would piss pound that over as well. Joe Pyfer, sketchiest leg of the parlay, in my opinion, because he's kind of a loser. Zalal, probably my most confident leg there, knocking the piss out of Josh Emmett and subbing him out. Jiri, big time kick in the head. Roundtree's all right. He looked good against Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill stinks. Potentially worst UFC champion ever. Jiri also knocked him the fuck out too. Yeah, and then I think that's it. Poatons. Yep. Okay, Jiri. Also, Jiri money line, Dante. That's all I'm gonna say. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so go ahead.
No, you. I said boom.
Okay, let's go. Okay. I'm not the biggest UFC guy, but shout out my boy Buzz. Okay, amateur fighter. I hit him up. We love just going back and forth talking. So I was like, give me your breakdown of the weekend. He was talking me through it, giving me his take on it. A lot of agree with what you said there. Couple different. So for one, I like Roundtree. I think that's a
what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
you fucking dickhead, dude. That's my boy. Me and him go way back, bro.
I like Roundtree though. Bro, I think his power is insane. That knockout power. That's what I'm looking for. Really like Sandhagen too. I got to do it just because the Denver connection. I mean, come on. I know Merab is honestly one of the best fighters out there, and I think he actually has a lot more to prove. So wouldn't surprise me if he just beat the shit out of him. Wasn't even close, but I'm going to root for the Denver boy. That's just a homer pick a little bit. Ank really like that one. I'm not a big Pierre fan, so I agree with you there. And then I like a little Pyfer Zill moneyline parlay right there, just to kind of start the night off right with the 2 undercards. So not the biggest UFC guy, but actually a pretty good card. And I like a card where there's a lot of firepower, and I think that's what we could be set up here for. Not a lot of dancing around.
No, I mean, dude, Pyfer's known for it. The Jiri Roundtree, I feel like if there's going to be an under, it's going to be that one because they both could knock each other the fuck out. Zalal, Emmett, dude, let's be honest. Emmett had one of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen.
But I'm hearing Buzz was telling me Emmett, like, if he loses, this could legit be it.
Yeah. I mean, he's 40. He's never really fought for the – yeah, but, I mean, dude, you see him. He throws, so he's crazy. So he puts his head down and just fucking swings like this. He gets pieced up, but he kind of takes it, but Zalal, dude, this guy's striking is elite and he's a black belt. So you don't even want to fuck with him on the ground. I think this guy's like taking over this weight class here in the near future, but
so you think, Pierre looks better than he did his last fight? You think he was hurt or dude? Cause some of these guys, you think that's the case and then they're just never the same. You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, here's the facts too, man. It's like when you fight these guys. So Pereira is a power guy, right? He's not like a UFC. I'm going to use all my skills to beat you, right? MMA wise, right? Mixed martial arts. This motherfucker just needs to knock you out. And he like kind of just lives off that check left, right? But Ankalaev is also a really good striker, and he's really smart, like intellectual, more mixed martial arts, right? So in my opinion, when you go in there and you kind of weather that power and you can kind of figure it out like Ankalaev did for 5 rounds, I think in the rematch that can set itself up for like an even bigger disadvantage for the guy who's looking for the knockout. I think Pereira is more so set like, I'm going to need a knockout to win this fight. Whereas Ankalaev's like, I can beat you on the ground. I can beat you probably on the feet too if I want to. Really underrated striking from Ankalaev. And let's be honest, dude, Pereira, he's made his money. He's a double champ. Like I don't necessarily know that he's really in it anymore. We'll have to find out. The dude's got, a shit ton of money. And that's kind of when that shit starts going downhill. But, fuck, man. It's just going to be so much fun betting on him, dude, because – it's a left hook could end the fight, and I'll hit my head on the ceiling when my parlay cashes.
And you said you met Sandhagen, right? Do you think he's got a shot? I mean, dude, Merab's scary.
So I never really get Sandhagen right, to be honest with you, betting on him. So I bet, and so we saw Sandhagen versus Chito Vera down in San Antonio, which was a funny story. I'll tell you about it. So anyways, I'm on Chito Vera. I'm a huge Chito Vera fan. Love the Colombian stud. Dude's sick. Tattoos all over the place. Badass, cannot get knocked out. He took one of the craziest knees to the head I've ever seen or heard and just ate it like for lunch. Anyways, he absolutely piss pounded Chito Vera. Now he had a chance to, he fought Umar Nurmagomedov, who's a stud, and he had the closest fight to Merab. That was honestly one of the greatest grappling matches I've ever seen, dude. Just reverse, just fucking intense. Really want to see that rematch. But they gave the nod to Sandhagen because he hasn't had the opportunity yet, and he's been there and doing it. So I think Merab's like, I'd rather fight Sandhagen rather than fucking Umar, because Umar was, remember, he was this was early in the podcast of Crew Talk Sports. Nurmagomedov was like minus 300 against Merab. We were catching Merab at like plus 425, and I came on the podcast and said, dude, I cannot believe the champ is plus 425. I don't give a fuck who he's fighting. Give me the champ. Seriously. So that was a huge win for me. But that's the co-main. But yeah, anyways, my Sandhagen story. So we're down in San Antonio, right? And we are fucking annihilated. You could imagine. We got Hassan down there. Shout out to Hassan. We're with Gerald. We're with Chaunch, Zay. Anyways, we get like split up. It's me and Hassan in the Riverwalk. Bars close at 2. Not a big deal, right? Next thing you know, Hassan's like, he lives down there. He's like, hey, man, we can go underneath the river real quick. And then there's this like speakeasy. So I'm like, what? We go down there. The place is like fucking bumping. They're still selling drinks. Shout out to San Antonio. I'm sure that was illegal, but whatever. And then out of the room comes little Corey Sandhagen. I say little, but I mean, obviously he knocked me the fuck out. But like, he had his 2 little security guards, and we're like, dude, fucking badass fight, bro. We were just there. So we're like, we got to buy you a drink, man. And I can't remember what he got, but he was like, you got to buy my security guards one too. I was like, kind of a dick move, but all right, cool. Let's do it. We took some pictures.
Respect for him looking out for his team, bro. I like that.
we took some pictures. I saw Holly Holm, like, so they were in like a private room, and then they just like came out, and then we were fucking around. Dude, we were just blitzed off our mind, bro. So it was cool. He's definitely like a personable guy, I would say, from what I'm hearing around the MMA Denver community, man. He kind of trains out of Arvada right now. Is it Arvada? I think he is. With
that team down there, yeah.
Yep. So Usman's been involved there. That's where Thug Rose is at. It's Taylor Whitmore. Justin Gaethje's done well out of there. You're going to see good striking, but it's just like Merab's pace. The guy doesn't get tired. I don't know what the fuck he does, dude. He don't get tired, and I'm going to be rooting for him, but, I mean, to throw him in a parlay is just absolute blasphemy. However, dude, if you did do like a Pereira Sandhagen parlay, that shit would pay big time.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting card, too. At the end of the show, I'd like to come up, maybe we'll tweet it out later. I'd like to get one UFC lock, one college football, one NFL, and then I got a NASCAR lock. So I like when we do these little, this is your
multi-sport.
Yeah.
Bing bong. Fuck me. All right. So the UFC lock, let's go on the undercard, the prelims. Give me Patchy Mix. UFC stud, came from Bellator. Now remember, we always fade these guys in their first UFC fights. This is his second UFC fight. Give me Patchy Mix to win. That's my lock.
Patchy, okay.
Minus 310. I'm just saying something early. Keep your eyes on it when you're making dinner, before you really start getting blitzed for the fights. NFL lock. I got a really good one, actually. I was saving it for Sunday, but we'll go ahead and pop this out. Detroit Lions team total over 28.5. They play the worst team I've ever seen. The Lions are at home. The Bengals have no fucking nerve. You know what I'm saying? They just piss-pounded the Browns, who have a better defense, obviously. Right. Look for that to get scary, and I'm talking 50 scary. So you can buy it. I think it's 29.5 now. I saw it at 28.5, and that was like my lock that I circled on fucking Tuesday. So Lions team total over 28.5. I think that shit is free as fuck. I'll leave the next two to you, but you might have to just put Vandy in it for old time's sake, bro. What are your thoughts?
Depends what we're looking at here. I mean, kind of, I was leaning towards that Illinois one with after that Taylor Swift stat.
Okay, let's just do it then.
Let's do it. And then we haven't talked NASCAR in a little while.
Yeah,
little NASCAR update. They're in the middle of the playoffs. They got like 5 races left. It's a road course this weekend, and our boy SVG Shane Van Gisbergen.
Is he back?
He's back.
Yes,
he's back. Throw him in there. These are all huge favorites, but hey,
what is he?
He's minus 105.
That's not bad. Not bad. Are you putting this in? Put it in. Let the viewers know.
Yeah, I got to get the Lions total one here real
Patchy, quick. SVG, Lions team total. You love that surgical shit that I'm throwing out at you, huh? And UAB, by the way. When that hits, I'm going to fucking drive up to Wyoming and shit on your porch. Lions team total over 28.5. Easy breezy. SVG, Patchy Mix, and we're doing the Fighting Illini. Funny story about them. Rashard Mendenhall went there. He should have been a Bronco. What do you got?
Should have been a Bronco. Okay. Mix, Illinois, money line, Van Gisbergen, and Lions over 28.5 plus 481.
Okay. What are your thoughts? Are you liking that? You're loving it.
I'm loving it. I like this. I think we might be back. We haven't hit. When did you go to Vegas? That was 2 months ago. We're due.
Yeah.
We haven't done one since, honestly. So
I will have boots on ground in Vegas at the end of the month, doing a quick Halloween trip for Johnny Rock's birthday. Spooky. Shout out to Johnny Rock. Spooky. And I will have a spooky bing bong lined up as well. When you guys give me a leg lock. I wanted to text Gerald for his picks. We'll save our NFL shenanigans for Sunday morning. Okay.
I got Gerald's UFC picks if you want me to run through them real quick.
Go ahead.
All right. G Money. He's taking Ank in the main card. Merab.
Ankalaev. Hold on. Ankalaev.
Merab. Jiri.
Oh, is he taking Jiri? That motherfucker always bets against me with him. Who else?
Emmett.
No way.
And Pfeiffer.
He loves some Joe Pfeiffer, bro. I think everybody loves Joe Pfeiffer.
So I think it's going to be G no money this weekend again.
Yeah. I mean, Emmett, that'll be fucking sketchy right there. But if that hits, Jiri, Merab, Ankalaev, I'm telling you, dude, Ankalaev, that dad just stands shit, dude. He could totally win 5 rounds in a row. But hopefully not. Anyways, we got to get to bed. Night. Big day tomorrow, Dante. Almost said gay. Didn't mean to. Big day tomorrow. Fantasy-wise, let's see here. I thought somebody said Devontae Smith over is a smash. I'm just pulling up this here. Oh, Ev. Dom, trade me a running back in our fantasy league, and I'll trade you fantasy futures. Fuck you, Ev. Anyways, all right. Sorry, I just get off topic so much. It's fucking awesome. W episode. Shout out to Kevin for hopping in, man. Good time talking to him. We're going to break down the Broncos game bets-wise. Dante, we got to hit some bets, man. Last weekend, college football fucking killed me. I'm actually liking these lines more so than I was last week, though, because I was looking at Penn State and I was looking at fucking Alabama, and I was just scared and alone. And then that's why I end up losing. So we got SVG. What time's that race tomorrow? Is it Sunday?
Sunday, 2 p.m. Bro, I was 10-2 in college last week. We hit 3 parlays on Sunday.
Yeah,
Monday night, bro, we're hot. let's just keep it going.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Yeah.
Keep this fucking train rolling.
We missed Sunday at 7 last week, so we're gonna come back big this weekend. But yeah, gotta do all of our picks. We got fantasy. I got no clue who to start. So Gerald and Ev better wake their asses up because we're gonna need it Sunday at 7-ish.
Yeah. Because I wanted to chop up my DraftKings lineup.
Yes, we're lacking on that too. The same.
So because I'm in 8th. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm in 6th place in that league. So I got to start catching some dubs, bro. It's a big time money payout league. For some fucking reason, dude, I cannot figure out who to start at quarterback. So think about it. Remember, we can't spend the loot on QB. I'm thinking we'll talk about it Sunday, but for some reason, who did I start? Caleb Williams last week, bro. I just cannot I don't know why I do shit like that. I stacked him with DJ Moore. Like, what are we doing, dude? I do a football podcast. Come on, fucking Caleb Williams, dude.
You're like Sean Payton, bro. You're overthinking it. We just got to get back to the basics.
Sick to my stomach. I also want to do Bo Nix stacked with a little Suddy. Ooh, don't want to wish that upon him. Anyways, all right. W episode. Shout out to Kevin. Dante, shout out to you too. You beautiful beast. Have fun up in Wyoming tomorrow. We'll see you Sunday. We'll see you Sunday at 7. We definitely can talk about the Vikings live stinker of a game. We could potentially make that more fun if y'all tune in. Anyways, have a great weekend, guys. We made it to Friday night. Y'all, God bless. Deuces.